Alright, this is the start of devlog number 4. Um, Before I get started, I want to thank Shadow of Callus. He helped with the blood and gore on what I'm going to show later on in this devlog. He did all the blood and gore of the actual when the dismemberment happens. He added like the blood and like the gore on the limbs. He also took it upon himself to do some bug fixing for me, which I can't thank him enough. So I will leave his information in the description, and yeah, you can find him on his PSN account on Dreams or on his YouTube account. All right, so first I'm going to show you this really, my first my first try at AI, and I was really happy about it, but it's actually a complete fail, and I'll show you why. So it actually looks really good. So if I hit play, we have our 3, and really this is my first attempt. I just really wanted them to seek cover and not to go all to the same cover position. And it works great, like it really does. Like if I hit play, they all kind of go for cover. That's the first thing I wanted them to do, was like to seek and find cover. All right. And then if you, add more obstacles, they will go. And this works great. They'll all go to the cover. The tag turns off when one reaches it. The problem is, I got ahead of myself and I was like, all right, this is great, but what happens is I couldn't figure out. And again, my first attempt at AI is, once I want one of these AI characters to go off of the cover, say he's being attacked or something, he goes into this loop of, when he comes out of the trigger zone, the tag goes on, he goes back to the tag, and he just goes into this never-ending loop, which again is not good. So I kind of just scrapped it and moved on to some stuff that I was just more stuff that I know how to do. So I went back to doing the character stuff, and I'll show you that, and then working on more of the dismemberment. I'll definitely have to get back to the AI stuff, but I just haven't got to it. I think that's going to be the next thing I'm going to do, and I will probably really focus all on AI on the next, when you see the next devlog. So, all right, so I'm going to get back into show you what else I've been up to. Alright, now I am on to showing you the dismemberment system. First, I'm going to show you the ragdoll, because that's really all I show, and it's like, well, do they die in any other way other than gory and bloody? Let's see. Alright, so then I'll explain like how this works and how I came up with the idea of how to do this dismemberment system. Alright, so let's go back to 90 damage. Alright. And I'll show how many guys. Let's see how many we can actually have on screen first. So let's see. We can have, let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what, 8. Whatever. That's 8. Let's see what else. How many we can have? 9. 10, 11, 12. That's good for now. I mean, that's how many more enemies are we going to have on screen at one time. All right, so that's 12 with full dismemberment. All right, let's see if that'll work. It's up. So here we go. So again, this isn't final. The December system with the logic is final, but the gore and all the blood, I really want to ramp that up and make it, it's not perfect, Sorry, so if we did a headshot, boom, head pops off. Say we shoot down here. Actually, it's because of the collider. Don't mind that. That's a little bug. There's a collider on the character, so the foot doesn't have any damage yet. So because of that, it just goes to some random part of the body, dismembers. All right, so we have that part of the body. You have the upper, the lower. We have the upper arm, lower arm, upper arm up here, lower arm. We have full dismemberment right in the middle, pretty much. You know, it's got to be, I want to add the rib cage and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's 12 guys plus mine, that's 13. That's a good amount. I feel like that's pretty damn good. And it's only like, you know, I don't know, 50. Again, I don't want that many. That's way too many I'm going to have on screen. I don't need 12. And I'll explain how this really works. The way I came up with this was kind of like I was watching some video on Doom, like the old Doom, and they had that Gibbs. It's called Gibbs system. It's like their gore system, and it's like if a certain body part does, say, you know, a certain amount more damage. Like if it again, if say like I, you know, shoot him in the chest and kill him with, you know, a regular 100 damage, he's just gonna ragdoll. But say you know, I put a couple shots into him, and then the you know, he was down to only like 5 damage on the chest. There was still 5 damage left in his chest, right? If I took a quick shotgun blast to that part of his body, it would do, actually, let me make it a little more simpler. Each pellet on my, say, shotgun has 30 damage, right? So if you're up close enough, and the spread's pretty good, so if you're up close enough and all the pellets hit him in the chest, it'll do like 200 damage, and that 200 damage registers as the dismemberment system that just like blows apart his body. So hopefully that makes sense. If you like look up the Gibbs system that Doom did, like the original Doom, that'll give you kind of an idea of what I went for. All right, on to the next part. All right, this is the test level now. So me just showing off the weapon pickup system that's pretty much finalized. Again, it when you're close and looking at it, it will prompt will come up. And again, you can easily switch weapons, and then if weapons drop right close to each other, you know, you kind of just have to, there's like a priority, and this is one of the bug fixes that Shadow of Callous added for me, with a little exclusive key, adding a little more priority to certain weapons. So if you have the 2, it's going to pick up that. So then if you do have to, you just kind of just got to maneuver a little bit, and there you go. So that's that system. He made the health bar and mana, well, stamina. So what it looks like, you know, I'll do that after. There's a bit of I have a teleport mechanic that I added. Pretty useful. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for mechanic wise. Yeah. And then I'll show you a little action. Alright, well, let's see all this in action. Of course, they're not gonna die that easy, but, you know, for testing purposes, that's pretty good. And, yeah, alright. Let me know what you guys think of this devlog. Again, I know I don't got the sexiest, smoothest voice, but let me know if you think these are getting a little better. Alright? Alright, guys. I'll see you in the next one.